the same HRIS application in theory exists in this scenario in an AI native world, as well as in sort of the legacy architecture. And it's still built with all the same components, but the difference is in the past, it had to be essentially fit into a desktop. And so there's a lot of tabs and there's a lot of submenus and things to help you get to where you need to go. But you're saying if you deconstruct all those pieces and all those workflows and all those buttons out and you put them behind the chat screen, then all I need to do is talk to the chat. And sometimes it'll do the action I'm asking it to. Sometimes it'll bring me to the exact screen or widget or workflow that I want to work on. Is that essentially the way to think about this?
Yeah, that's right. And so one of the things that one kind of realizes in this process is we're not like reinventing payroll or benefits. I mean, for the most part, almost every single provider does the same thing, right? They collect information about you, they move money into your bank account, they handle exceptions and things like that. What we're doing is we're rethinking delivery of that and how you as an employee and thus as an HR team that has to make sure their employees are successful is able to like interact with that. There is kind of one caveat to that, which is how we think about the ability to extend the core functionality that we have, which we could talk about a little bit, but a very kind of simple way to think about it is that all the same functionality that you have now, but brought to you with a very different interface. Maybe an analogy is, 10 years ago when all of a sudden we moved from our laptop to mobile applications kind of help rethink a little bit how web apps work. Because if you just took like a traditional web app and stick to the mobile phone, it's pretty hard to use a traditional web app. So we got a whole new design and interaction language for how mobile apps work to be able to accomplish many times the same thing, but on a device that looks like this, is held in one hand, maybe you talk to it. So this is like the next evolution of how a software interface works that is fluid between a text-based conversation and some kind of an application running. And like we think of them as quite separate now because that's just how things have evolved over time, but we won't think of them that way in the next 4 or 5 years.